Hi guys, James here. Welcome to Boldly Goes Modelworks, and it's a build update for you. This is build update part 3 of Airfix's 1/48 scale CW 1500 weight Bedford truck. So as for last time, obviously we got it all built up. I've been busy, put the decals in there, weathered the engine a little bit with some powders. Got a lot of stuff over there in primer, but I thought I'd just start it here just to point out there's a little bit of a fiddle to get the engine will get held up on the bulkhead here. So obviously this probably means I've misaligned something somewhere, so I've basically scraped this part down here just a little bit. Probably not enough there. Cutting away from myself there, and hopefully we can persuade it to fit. Got me a bit of super glue here. Doesn't matter too much about me getting glue on it, because it's going to be camouflaged. Now that's glued in. So that's the bonnet in place. Obviously I can put a piece of foam in there to cover it when I do the camouflage, and we'll pause it there, and we'll go and get some parts off the off me paint rotisserie, and we'll get ready to show you how to a little trick to fit them. So these are number 13. I think it's on the B sprue. They're little lights that sit on the wing, like so. Obviously I painted them olive green. I cut the sprue off either side to make it easier to handle them. This is going to look like a similar technique to the one I used on the we'll do this side one. And because they've got a little sprue gate on, you can align it so it's parallel. So on this side, it's a little bit out. There we go. And just let that dry, which won't take too long. And then we'll repeat it on the opposite side. Like that. And then we'll just leave them to dry, and then we'll just nip them off at the top. So in theory, it stops us getting all the sticky fingers on them. Like so. And obviously all I've got to do is blow that over with some and it's also handy when they drop off like it has on that side, because the glue hadn't set. Spoke too soon, never mind. I do things wrong so you don't have to. There we go. Just let that dry. And then we're going to get on with the paintings, a few bits on the my rotisserie. So I'll see you in a bit. And we're back in the room. I haven't been out of the room actually, but just to point out, we've got the steps here. So obviously they are handed to the side. So obviously the long part of the step, well, the step is staggered. So obviously that part, the long part of the step, is what goes forward. Okay. But you've got to get it in those locations. Little curved half moon, so they line up on the bottom of the steps, as you can see there. So I need to go on that little curved bit at the bottom. So obviously what I'm going to do is get some Revel contactor, because I know the stuff well and it gives me enough time to float the parts around underneath. So we've got to get that part in. Something like that. I'll just tweak it every once in a while just to get it level. Sorry, I had that out of view because I was looking at it. So that's that side done. We'll do the other side. This kit certainly doesn't go together like a Tamiya kit. That's it. Got that step in there. I'll let that dry. And I'm going to go in there and touch that up with the Mr. Olive Green from MRP. Because Mr. Klutz has got a fingerprint on there. Hence the thing. But it's a good thing about the MRPs, it'll get them off, so they look okay by eye. So we're still waiting for a few more bits to dry on here. Yes, like these little pieces, I put them on 31. 32 is the bonnet support. 33 and 34 are the supports for the roof, canvas roof. So yeah, we've nearly finished building this. Shock horror. I'm still humming and hawing about gluing the steering wheel on. I think I probably will. So I shall see you in a bit when everything's dry. Hi guys, James here. Well, it's the next day. We've got the canvas side covers done, so we're getting ready to put those on. So obviously it's quite easy. We can't obviously get them on wrong. So I think I'll use some of my favourite glue, real contactor, is that is. Because this stuff gives it enough time to sort of fix in there. And there we go. So that door goes on there like that. And we'll just check that the other door fits pretty similar. Yeah, pretty similar. I'll give it that. So you can see it's fairly drafty, this Bedford in this configuration. A little bit of glue on the inside, but that doesn't matter because it's hidden. Right, let that sit on there. And let's find the steering wheel. It's in here. Because famously, I said I wouldn't fit this, but I lied. Because and of course the steering wheel drops off, and there we go. So the only trouble is with this Revel contactor is I can get the glue everywhere, so that's that bit done. I'm going to use a white tissue just to clean off the excess off it. Yes, it strips on me sanding stick, never mind. So obviously we've got the canvas roof there. Yeah, we have a slight problem. Roughly lined up, it don't bloody fit with the bonnet. So note, if you're going to fit the roof, you can't fit it with the bonnet open. So I went the extreme version to point that one out. So because the window fails on the bonnet, so in theory you could basically adjust the bonnet and just have it up a little way, or just take the bonnet off completely. But I learned these things so you don't have to. The other thing I can't do is fold the window over, have the window drop down on this side. It does make it a bit easier for camouflage, I will say that. So I think that's virtually all the assembly done, aside from the glazing, that is. In the next part, hopefully I will get some camouflage on it somehow, and obviously glue the windows in. Glue the windows. Well, one window will be up, the other one will be down. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the bonnet is a bit of a fit issue. So note, if you're going to have the bonnet open, take the bonnet off. That way you can put the roof on and it doesn't foul. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and bye for now.